So Joy and you wanted to know how many kids we would like to have. I brought my mom in because I think it's just easier to understand from someone who's had kids before, how you sort of plan and select on how many kids that you have. So I grew up with a younger brother, so that means there were two of us. But what contributed to that decision?
It was a decision that we made even when we were still in courtship. And we decided that we were going to have two children. Whether the children were going to be both girls or both boys or a boy and a girl, it didn't really matter. All we wanted was to have two children.
I think for me, I know I also would like two kids. That's my dream. I think that's even my maximum. I think earlier I thought of having just one, but obviously speaking with Imola to say, okay, what is the plan? To say one day when we have kids, how many would you like? I think she says three minimum. So the comfortable medium is is two kids, but I know if she can get away with the third one, she'll be happy. But on my side, I also said that if we have two and there is a need for a third one, we could always adopt. And yeah, so I'd say if it's up to me, two.
Yeah, I know that growing up, before you met Imola, you always used to say, I'm just going to have one child. But that was your decision. But when you get married, things normally change because it's no longer your decision, but you have to agree, between the two of you, how many children are we going to have? So it's easier to say I'm going to have one before you get married. But when you meet your spouse, your partner, you begin now to plan. And she wants three, you want two. You've got to come to a place where you agree of how many children you want. So if you're thinking of having a third one who is adopted, it's not a problem, but there was a time that even after you guys we're growing up, and we really thought maybe we could have a third child, but let that child be adopted. But your father is very particular about how you treat other people, and he feared that maybe if we had another child, that child would not be given the same kind of benefits or treatment, not really from him or from myself, but also we looked at you guys. How were you going to were you going to express that love that you have for Kojo, the same love to this other child that was going to come in? We didn't want to ill-treat anyone, and I think it's easier, I would say, for people that don't have children to adopt children, because there isn't that biological aspect of it. So I don't know whether we were right or we were wrong, but your father based his arguments on that. Yeah. And also, I don't know about other cultures, but you find sometimes when visitors come who are relatives, they would say this one belongs to us, this one they will have there was a way that they will express that, and that person, that child, will grow up feeling rejected.
Okay. But then two kids were manageable.
Two kids were manageable in terms of taking them to a good school, eating well. It was traveling together. It was manageable. But like I said many times, I would have loved to have more kids. But we had agreed on two, and that's that was it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How many children do I want to have? It's a nice question because I was always an only child and I would love to have brothers and sisters. Well, some of you may know that I've been from Romania, so that I've been adopted into the Netherlands, but I have a sister and a brother, but I wasn't being able to I didn't grow up with them. So I would love to, when we get children in the next, who knows, couple of years, that they at least have one brother or sister. I'd love to have 3 children, or maybe even more. I think it also depends on how cute they are or how they turn out, maybe. I'm not sure. But I wouldn't mind having a few children, like 3, or maybe also adopt a child, because I've been also adopted, so someone gave me the chance for a new life, and I would really want to help another kid get a better life. And also there are so many children on this world who don't have any parents, so I would also want to contribute to that, to help other kids build a new and better life, because I also got that opportunity. So to answer your questions, at least 3 children, I guess, but hopefully more. But yeah, there are always 2 parties involved, so we'll see.